Ever feel like you're just faking it? Like any minute now, someone's gonna realize that you don't belong in the room that you've worked your butt off to be in? Yeah, I've been there. But here's the thing, that voice in your head, it's not actually telling you the truth. Hi, I'm Jodelle. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for showing up. And remember, if you like what you see and you like me, then sub if you love. I remember going to meetings and feeling like an imposter, feeling like I didn't belong. And I thought for sure, once I owned my own restaurant, once I had my own business, and once I wasn't just the owner's kid, I would feel like I belonged. I would feel finally like I was part of this owner group. And sure enough, I got my business. I got my first restaurant. I bought my second restaurant. And I bought my third restaurant, and I still felt like an imposter. I still felt like I didn't belong. I still felt like I was just there by accident. I thought for sure that that feeling would go away once I actually owned my own restaurant, once I was actually just on a title by myself, but it didn't go away. It was there. It was still prevalent. It still told me time and again that I didn't belong, that I wasn't actually an owner. It was wild. And it took me a long time to actually put a name to it, that imposter syndrome. And it whispered over and over, you are a fraud. You are faking it. You are not authentic. And it was very demoralizing, and it was a confidence killer like no other. I hated going to meetings. I hated being in those rooms because I felt like I didn't belong. The lie. Here's the lie that fuels imposter syndrome, that real success never means doubting yourself, that confidence is constant, that the people we admire don't feel this way. But guess what? Some of the most brilliant people we know deal with imposter syndrome. It's not a sign that you're a fraud. It's a sign that you care and that you're growing. Feeling like an imposter doesn't mean you're unqualified. It means you're in the stretch zone. The reframe. Here's the shift that changed everything for me. Imposter syndrome isn't a warning sign. It's a growth signal. You want to feel that imposter syndrome, recognize it, and understand that you are in a growth phase, that you are stretching who you are to be something more, to be something better. It shows up when you're expanding, when you're leveling up, when you're doing something you've never done before. And the trick? Instead of asking, who am I to be here? Ask yourself, what evidence do I have that supports this? You could even make something called a competence file. Seriously, put something in your phone, make a little folder, put your big wins and your small wins in there. Start gathering evidence that supports you and builds your confidence. Even an amazing piece of feedback or a small problem that you've solved. You want to load this thing with lots of positive evidence that shows you belong where you are. So when that inner critic shows up, you can go scroll through your file and be like, actually, I've got receipts. One thing that helped me get out of imposter syndrome as well was running for the advisory board. I had to show up in a lot of meetings and I had to shake hands. I had to have mini conversations. I had to tell them why I was a great owner to represent them on the advisory board. That built my confidence. That got rid of that imposter syndrome. It was every conversation was a small win for me because that was something I really struggled with. So again, you're trying to create these small wins so that it slowly builds up that confidence in the place where you were feeling the least amount of confidence. So you know I love actionable steps. So here's your actionable step to start today. Make that competence file. Write down 3 times per month where you crushed it. Big win, add it. Little win, add it. Even a held it together when I wanted to scream moment, add it. Imposter syndrome loses its power when you gather proof. You're not an imposter, you're just evolving. So tell me in the comments, when does imposter syndrome hit you the hardest? Maybe you haven't even recognized it yet. I do have another video about imposter syndrome that might help you recognize that's what you're feeling. And remember, you do belong in that room. You of course belong in any room that you're in, even if you feel uncomfortable, because you're learning something. And if you're learning, then you're growing and you're winning. Thanks very much for watching. If you like this video and you like me, then remember to sub if you love. Thanks for watching. Bye.